I got a comment on one of my videos talking about the salary question. You know, when they ask you in a job interview, you know, what are your salary expectations, right? And like I've talked about many times on this channel, this is a problem for a lot of people, because if you say a number that's too high, then maybe you price yourself out of the running. But if you say a number that's too low, then they offer you essentially that number, and then the job doesn't end up worth taking. So it's a bit of a trade-off. The other thing is that what you want to do in this question, as hopefully most people will recall, is you want to try and avoid giving a number. And if they absolutely put the screws to you, you give a range, really low to really high, where both of those numbers are still technically possible, but they're still reasonable, but they're a stretch. So that's the answer I'd recommend. And then if they push you further, you say, hey, look, that's all I can give you at this point. So I'm sorry. If you just want me to pick a number out of the air, that's not going to do either of us any good. Now, I got a comment, somebody saying, you know, just say a high number and stop wasting everyone's time. Wrong, because the problem with that is that, you know, they're also trying to eliminate people who are in it for the money. So, you know, and what's actually going on that a lot of people don't realize is that before they talk to you, you are a faceless name on a resume. Okay. So the only thing that they're looking at that point is price. Okay. To assess your worth, or whether you're a good candidate. Like if you're qualified, yes, but beyond that, they know nothing about you. So then they go on price. The idea is that once you get down for an interview, as a lot of you guys know, then they start getting to know you. And once that happens, something really cool happens, which is that they start to find you attractive in a business sense. They say like, wow, this person has a lot of skills and talents they could really bring. And they're also really, really awesome. I enjoy being in the room with them. I'd love to work with a person like that. You know, so now they're seeing extra dimensions to this, right? So they're not just going off price. So the idea is that the goal is that you want to stay in the running long enough, you know, for them to see your value, and then they'd be willing to offer you a lot more money later on than what they thought they would at the outset. That's a very common scenario. So, or scenario, depending on where you're from. So that's the deal. So if you take that attitude and just say a high number and stop wasting everyone's time, you'd probably fail the interview. That's the problem with it. And if you're too cool to be there and you're too cool to talk to them, then what the hell are you even doing there? Like if you get down there and then conclude that, you know, I'm too cool to even like, you know, talk to you, then what the hell are you doing? You know what I'm saying? If you're there, you might as well make the best case for them hiring you. And then you can, after you've got an offer in your hand, then you can worry about salary. That's usually the best approach, but whatever. So that would be my response to that.